In December 1946, in a hushed courtroom in Nuremberg, a young German woman leaned toward the microphone and said a sentence that made several judges frown.
The first thing they told us was, "Show us your feet."
The trial was supposed to be about gas chambers, extermination orders, and mass murder. Yet here was a former Wehrmacht auxiliary speaking calmly about boots and blistered soles. It sounded almost trivial until she began to explain what those 4 words had meant in the last weeks of the war. Her name was Greta. She had been a signals clerk, captured with a group of 46 other German women near the Rhine in April 1945. 3 days before her capture, she had been retreating ahead of the Red Army. By the time American troops surrounded their column, the women had walked more than 300 kilometers. Many of them could barely stand. None of them expected to live much longer. Nazi propaganda had done its work well. For years, they had listened to radio voices and read leaflets that warned of the same fate. If you fell into American hands, you would be raped, tortured, and shot. Better to die by your own hand than endure that dishonor. They'd seen those words pasted on village walls. They had repeated them to one another in bunkers and barracks. On a cold, rainy day in early April, the women were herded into a long canvas tent in a makeshift prisoner of war camp by the river. The ground had turned to thick brown mud. Their uniforms were soaked through. Their boots were little more than stiff, filthy shells around their swollen feet. The tent smelled of wet wool, sweat, and fear. They stood in line, shivering, waiting for the blows to fall. Instead, an American sergeant stepped in, rain still dripping from the rim of his helmet. He looked at them without evident anger, then spoke through a German-speaking interpreter.
Boots off, socks off, show us your feet.
For a moment, no one moved.